Now today's video, yes, if you see the title, we got two suns in the atmosphere. Yep, two suns. That's right, I said it. You're probably like, oh, this mother is on something. He is on something. Yeah, I am on something. I'm high on life, on the universe and spirituality and being connected to nature. Yeah, I'm high on all that good stuff. It's that good energy. Yeah, you should try it. I'm gonna play a few clips for you and just hear me out. Just stay a little bit and yeah, just hear me out. Let's roll those clips.
Sometimes you'll look outside and you'll see this golden sun in the sky. And it's not the sun, it's planet NIBIRU. And then sometimes you'll have the real sun in the sky. NIBIRU is a planet, it's a sun, it's a spaceship.
NIBIRU is a planet listed in the writings of Zachariah Sitchin.
Baby, that's not a red sun. That's planet NIBIRU.
I know that red sun ain't just no sunset, right? That's a soul signal. If you tapped in even a little bit, you know. You feeling it too.
And just to let you know, people are still seeing the two suns around the planet.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
We got what? Yes, we got two. The
matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of We Listen and We Don't Judge, the best mental health and wellness podcast out there. My name is AJ, and here on this podcast, we're here to talk about things that people should talk about, but don't talk about, so I'm going to be the one that talks about those things. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like, follow, and share, so that way you can tell the YouTube algorithm that this channel is good, and this video is good, and informational, and positive, and yeah, it can send the video out to people that need to hear this message today, because this is a good topic. We need to talk about it. And I literally almost fell right there. I'm gonna keep that in, actually. I'm gonna keep that in. But yeah, now that we got that out the way, let's get into today's video. I need some of that. He got the juice. Now today's video, yes, if you see the title, we got two suns in the atmosphere. Yep, two suns. That's right, I said it. And by the way, YouTube, this is just for entertainment purposes. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just here to speculate and just talk about something that I saw on the internet. Yeah, and you're probably like, oh, this mother is on something. He is on something. Yeah, I am on something. I'm high on life, on the universe and spirituality and being connected to nature. Yeah, I'm high on all that good stuff. It's that good energy. Yeah, you should try it. But yeah, I had to get on here and talk about this topic because I have been seeing this all over the internet lately. Two suns. Got freaking the government talking about two suns, got NASA talking about two suns, got TikTok talking about two suns, got everybody talking about two suns. So I definitely want to get on here and speak my stuff because I already know what is going on. So I had to get on here and talk about it. Definitely had to get on here and talk about it. So let's talk about it. Now, before we talk about it, I'm gonna play a few clips for you and just hear me out. Just stay a little bit and yeah, just hear me out. Let's roll those clips.
Sometimes you'll look outside and you'll see this golden sun in the sky. And it's not the sun, it's planet NIBIRU. And then sometimes you'll have the real sun in the sky. NIBIRU is a planet, it's a sun, it's a spaceship. And the Rubians are here and they're cleaning up the sky. And I've been speaking about this for months. I told y'all, look, you got all type of beings here that's a part of the Galactic Confederation. And they got different jobs. Like the Nerubian's job is to go in the sky and clean up all the oxygen and all the Morgellons out of our sky that these invaders put in our air. And that's the fuck been going on. So you're going to feel the planet warming up. You're going to feel it being harder to breathe right now because your avatars, everybody's used to breathing oxygen when we're supposed to be breathing hydrogen. And I showed this before with DNA links and stuff like that and how it look on a chart. DNA, which is really DEA, how it's three of them and how you got the little links. Those are hydrogen links. Originally, we breathed hydrogen on this planet, on this realm. So, you got to now understand that we are going through a pole shift. And then, like I said, it didn't just start. It's been going on. And the energy is going back to that warm, you know, to that heat that we never felt in this lifetime because, you know, they took the planet off. So if you got neuromelanin, all this new heat gonna be hot to you, but you can take it though. And you'll notice the longer you stand out there in it and try to meditate in it or something, you'll really be able to take it. And it's gonna feel kind of good to you, no matter how hot it is, it's gonna feel kind of good. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have neuromelanin, you can't take this shit at all right now. Motherfuckers is falling out and dying.
Crazy Wake up and listen. Whispering NIBIRU is creepy times 10. It gets creepier. I googled it and found a lot. Namely this. NIBIRU is a planet listed in the writings of Zachariah Sitchin, particularly his book The 12th Planet. According to Sitchin's interpretation of Babylonian religious texts, a giant planet called NIBIRU passes by Earth every 3,600 years and allows its sentient inhabitants to interact with humanity.
Don't they like a reptilian?
Which Sitchin identified with the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, would become humanity's first gods. My favorite internet encyclopedia says there's supposed to be a collision. The NIBIRU collision is a disastrous encounter between the Earth and a large planetary object. Believers in this doomsday event usually refer to this object as Planet X, or NIBIRU.
The bot's gonna say it's just a cartoon, but the real gonna know what they just heard about NIBIRU, bro. Wake up!
Baby, that's not a red sun. That's Planet NIBIRU. You see, it's a reason why the Pentagon warned us about the Anunnaki returning, when the truth is they actually never left. You notice lately there has been a lot of things, strange things, right, happening with the sky and rainstorms and tornadoes in places where they normally don't happen. And the reason for that is they don't want us to see what's really going on. But here's the thing, even if we cannot see it, a lot of us are feeling it. Energetically, a lot of us are being lightheaded, having headaches, being totally exhausted, sleeping like a newborn baby. A lot of us are changing our diets, the way we eat, the people that we are around, our environments, the whole nine. And the reason for that is the shift in frequency. See, it's going to come to a point where a lot of us are forced to actually vibrate higher. It's the reason why the Schumann resonance is through the roof like it has been. And all these solar flares that been hitting the earth as well. When I tell y'all, when these people pull up in this spaceship and they get off and they like 10 foot tall and they look like, never mind. Y'all probably already think I'm crazy.
Y'all miss me? Cause I'm back. I definitely been seeing all them videos y'all been tagging me in of that red sun. But most importantly, I've been feeling it too. Have y'all? I know that red sun ain't just no sunset, right? That's a soul signal. If you tapped in even a little bit, you know, you feeling it too. It's NIBIRU's energy creeping through that veil, baby. Pretty sure if we was to look it up, it would say some shit like it's from the fire, smoke, or the atmospheric particles. Nah. This is cosmic movement. This is the crossing, because planet NIBIRU is known as the planet of the crossing. But what do you know? The cross, once again, they call it that because it don't just cross through the sky, it crosses through dimension. It shakes illusions, it scrambles old programs and some people's brains. I'm telling y'all, just pay attention to who crashing out right now. Activates the part of your DNA or RNA that modern science might not even acknowledge. So you've been tired lately? Your dreams been feeling too real? Having random pressure in your heart or your head? I'm talking about out of nowhere. That's because that's light code work being done. What that means is your melanin or neuromelanin for people who look like me. Yes, there is a difference. Your bloodline and crystalline structure are all receiving. This is another reason why you have a lot of people transitioning off of this realm right now, because they're not matching the frequency of where the earth is rising to, and it's just going to continue. That red sun is not just shining, it's remembering, and it's seeing all. This is not just about astrology or astronomy. This is literally ancestral prophecy. I do recall the Dogons, the Sumerians, and even the ancient Kemetic texts talking about this millennia ago. Celestial bodies that return to wake up the encoded ones, or what most like to call the chosen ones. A lot of us starting to tune in and tap into a lot of shit they did not want us to remember. I'm just going to keep reminding y'all, remember who you are.
It was always daytime because we had two suns. The darkest it would get would be maybe the sky would get purple. You know, think about an Arizona sunset or a sunset in the summertime. How the sky turns that purplish hue, right? That's how dark it would get. And it was always warm. Our planet is warm. The galaxy is warm. Even when you travel out into space, it's warm. It's cold. It's not cold anywhere except for the planet of Nern, which is also located in a far-off galaxy within this universe. All right. Nern is where human beings were created at by our brother Zeus, or Satan, Yakub, Marduk, Prometheus, Enki, Enlil, whatever you want to call them. Same person, same entity. All right. On their planet, they do not have any suns, which is why it's a frozen planet. It's always cold. So cool air strengthens human beings.
This is the news channel. This is This Morning News. and they're giving out the weather for today. Now, I've never heard in all my years of my grandmother listening to the news and me just being a child and just near the TV, even in my teenage years, my younger adult years, I have never heard the news talk about sunscreen as much as they're speaking about sunscreen now. That's all you hear is sunscreen, sunscreen. And look at what the UV level is today here in Philly, which I know is going to be higher than 7 because I do the UV reading. But look at what they're saying. They're telling people wear sunscreen, wear hats, you know, protect yourself from the sun. And they look at the burn time that they're telling you when you go outside. That's only for the unnatural. See, listen to this. I've never heard this much in my entirety in my life. The last 3 years, and it is increasing to make sure people, they're warning you to put on sunscreen because the intensity of the sun has increased exponentially.
75 by 3 o'clock, and the call for Mackie weather today, 76 degrees. Again, sunshine giving way to more clouds, especially around midday through the afternoon. But if you are outside, the UV index is a 7 today. That's a quick burn time of perhaps 15 to 25 minutes.
Hold. Let's get that off the screen because I want to look at that. The UV index is a 7. Minutes to burn, 11 plus extreme, 10 minutes, right? 8 to 10, very high, 15 minutes. Burn time, 15 to 25 minutes. Let me explain something to you. They're lying to you. This number is much higher than this right here. That number is definitely in this range right here, and it's only going to intensify. You already see the purple radiation in the sky. I've been showing you. And look at this. This is in the Northeast in Philly. They have never announced this in my entire time of me watching the news growing up. The last 3 years, they have been making a concerted effort to speak about this each and every time on the news, to wear sun protection. Why do you need to be protected from the very source of energy in the cosmos that gives off energy for all life? Without the sun, nothing would exist. So why are these people having complications with it? Abundance and gratitude to you all. The sun is separating us, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Y'all better check on your husbands if they come back from the job site looking like this. There were no more Hispanic workers on his job site, so they called him in, and now he looking like he's allergic to the sun. He is so stunned, both him and his wife are speechless. Y'all, that sun is not playing out there. Look at this guy over here. You think the sun is playing out in Mexico as well? Look at this. He created a whole shade hat with cardboard because his little bucket hat was not doing the job. And that's not all, y'all. The sun has been so bad, this company had to hire extra men to hold up this tarp on this roof so they can nail in the shingles in peace. The sun is out here playing no games. It is putting out God level radiation, man. Look at this. This man got a whole snowsuit on, y'all. Look at this. What? How do you guys feel about snow gear in 100-degree weather? Would you do it? Could you? And just to let you know, people are still seeing the 2 suns around the planet. Check this out, y'all.
Alright, you guys have to see this. Okay? Watch.
Check this out. Here's 1. Here's 2. Oh, there's a 3rd one. Look. There's a 3rd one. Look, it's faint. Y'all see that? 3 of them. They told us in the end times, y'all, that there will be signs in the skies. Y'all see it every single day, y'all. Multiple of them. If you ain't feeling this shift, it only means you ain't tuned in. And by the look of these comments, it look like everybody is feeling it, whether it be for the good or for the bad. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it.
For you to truly understand the difference between melanin and carbon, you have to know the creation story about the creators who created the human race, which was Zeus or Satan. All right, the mitochondrial was spliced, the mitochondrial DNA, all right, or DEA. All right, that's a whole separate video. All right, but it was spliced, and within it is neuromelanin. All right, so Zeus was not able to give these, not because Zeus, Satan, he is not the grand creator of the cosmos. The Anunnaki goddesses are, or our supreme gods are, goddesses are, which will be the feminine version of your present day Black and Latino people. So yes, that means a Black woman, Latino woman would be God, all right, because she was first. Okay, this is a scientific fact. So by splicing her mitochondrial, all right, and discovering what is known as neuromelanin, all right, neuromelanin also impacts the brain. Anytime they like to use the word neuro, you're dealing with the brain. Neurologists, neurochemistry, you know, through eugenics and splicing, all right, he discovered neuromelanin, all right? Neuromelanin is found in the mitochondria, is also found in our carbon, okay? Okay, I haven't got the carbon yet. We still on melanin. So Zeus, Satan, he wasn't able to give them carbon, okay? So he was able to give them a lesser form of neuromelanin, which is they now call melanin, which is the human beings have a downgraded, the lowest form of melanin, of neuromelanin or of carbon is actually melanin, because the melanin that they have is not pure melanin. It's also spliced with other particles because they were made in the lab and they are mixed and spliced with animal DNA. All right. So this is why when human beings go stand in this sun right here, you see the sun? When they stand in that, get what are called melanomas. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up melanomas right now. All right. So okay. So what we are looking at right here now is a screenshot of melanoma and the definition of what it is. And you can clearly see that melanoma comes from when people stand in the sun because they have melanin in their skin. They break out and catch melanomas. All right. Now, all your present day Black and Latino people, we stand in the sun and it strengthens us. We are children of the sun before we created the sun, right? So somebody's lying here, right? Because if Black and Latino people had melanin in their skin, why when we stand in the sun, we don't get no melanomas? We don't break out no lesions or any of that because we do not have melanin. This is carbon. This is carbon, and then it breaks down to neuromelanin, but this is carbon, all right? This is actually dark matter energy, which is where we came from. The liquid form of dark matter energy is carbon. If you look up the definition of carbon, let's look it up. All right, I'll tell it to you first, all right? Carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. All life, plant life, marine life, life in the cosmos. Why? Because carbon comes from dark matter energy, which is also known as antimatter. All right, this is what all your NASA scientists have been trying to conquer for forever, but they never, ever will be able to do it because they ain't been here long enough. All right, so we are organic beings, organic machines, angelic beings, electrical beings, dark matter energy beings, luminous beings. All right, we have dark matter energy. All right, so being composed of all dark matter energy, which is the same thing as that black sun up there. All right, we have a liquid form. We liquefied the form, and that form is called carbon. And out of that carbon, we created all life. All right. So this is why when Black people stand in the sun, it strengthens us. It strengthens the DEA and the RNA in us. It strengthens it. All right. They tried to lie and tell us that it was DEA, and I mean DNA, and I've been using DNA a lot with you guys to try to, not confuse you. No different than me using the term Black when we actually guys. It's more like I try to use certain terms to try to not lose you, to keep you on track. But in reality, that's what really happened. So you don't have melanin in your skin. You have neuromelanin, which comes from the carbon in you, and the carbon in you comes from the dark matter energy. This is why you go. If you are what you call Black Latino, you have God DNA because you are a God. That's the name of your species. All right. So you are plant based. All right. We eat the same way the sun do. We receive photo the same way plants do, the same way the sun do. Black people, Latino people, because we are carbonated beings, dark matter energy beings, angelic electrical beings, we receive food off the sunlight. The sun's rays is what feeds us, family. We don't need the food, all right, that they give us. All we need is the rays of the sun, water. We don't even need fruit. Fruit, nuts, and grains will be more like a entree. All right, what is required for these avatars to run is electricity and dark matter energy and photon energy, that which we come from, okay? So this is the true reason that they have lied and taught the Black community and Latino community over the past years that they have melanin in their skin, because it's just another way to try to blend in with us. So that when this sun lock into the atmosphere and this radiation hit, we be thinking we still them. Time to wake up, family. The truth is coming out. So stop saying this is melanin. All right. This is carbon. All right. Which is the basis from which all life forms. Carbon way stronger than melanin. All right. And that's why you can stand in the sun and it strengthens you. It feeds you. All right. But these human beings, all right, they go stand in that sun. It's going to kill them because they have melanin in their skin. And the melanin in their skin is a more recessive, a downgraded form of the true actual neuromelanin that we produce out of us. Okay, because remember, Zeus, Satan, he spliced. He tried to replicate them. So stop saying this is melanin. Awake, arise. This is not melanin. This is carbon. You are a carbonated being, dark matter energy being, photon energy, orgone energy, plasma energy, luminous being, electrical being. All right, you are natural. You are nature. All right, so that's the difference between carbon and melanin. All right, we have carbon, dark matter energy beings. All right, our replicas, which would be your present day human beings, they lack carbon. They only could get melanin, and it's not their fault. That's what the scientists who created them, Zeus, or as Satan, he go by a lot of names, was called. All right. So all the guys and goddesses, now we know.
By the time these young people get ready to have children, they will realize that as the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. And mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
The sun you see now, that's the smaller sun we had. We had one that was way bigger than that. You feel me? And that was the main sun that was responsible for keeping the energy high at the point for us to do certain things we was doing, like moving at speeds that nobody would believe right now, being able to fly, access all type of abilities that's in us being luminous that we couldn't do. Remember, we are electricity. We talking metaphysics again. We are electricity. This is why they give us rubber soles. Why do we even got rubber soles on the bottom of our shoes? Electrical beings. Why do we wear cloth? Why would they surround us with glass, plastic? If you look at your heartbeat, it's shaped just like the tree in its roots. You got your heart, and look at the veins in your heart. Now go look at a tree. It's like an upside down tree, right? So the tree, all the energy on the planet is in the roots and the trees, in the soil, in the actual land. So that's what the trees did for us. When they got to cut, that's why they had to cut the trees down, because that cut our electricity down. So now we wasn't able to access certain abilities that we was using, like the gamma radiation, the photon energy, the advanced levels of lightning, or what they would call like lightning bending, shit you'll see on anime. Like, these are abilities that you have in your genetics. But when they didn't cut your trees down, and they that's like a shortage. You are electricity. Remember, it's 666 electrons, protons, neutrons. You are electricity. So everything around us was set up anciently to amplify that electricity. So what they had to do as they began to take our planet over was, the first thing, make us defenseless. They had to cut the Wi-Fi off. So they cut the trees down, pushed the sun out the atmosphere, usher in the cold into the atmosphere, which was a weapon against us. Like I say, we didn't have oxygen. Now they spray oxygen. They oxygen into the atmosphere in Margellans. We breathe that oxygen and it rusts us out. So now we appear these copper complexions. But without that oxygen, we would be breathing hydrogen, and then we would be blue, green, red. We would be other colors.
Like Avatar.
Like Avatar. Avatar was strictly about us and how the planet looked. But it's like when they attacked, after they pushed that sun out the sky, that caused us to, we was on the 33rd dimension when they came here. That caused us to drop all the way to like the 18th. So it was an immediate like reaction. A lot of your air dragons, they like went through reverse metamorphosis and they became birds that you see flying in the sky today.
Oh shit.
A lot of we had dragons back then, which they still fly around, but a lot of them became your modern day birds, eagles and hawks and shit. You know, we had land dragons and sea dragons, and they became your sharks and shit today that you see.
And snakes.
Snakes in you, So everything changed when they moved that second, our biggest sun out. That's what caused us to fall too, like shrink so quick. Like it was like if you watch a cartoon and how it'd be like a magic screen or go.
Oh, that's how it was like. Right.
That's literally what it was like. To see people, that's hard.
Damn, man.
That's a hard concept for people to grasp.
So Elon Musk breaks his silence, and he is finally speaking up about the sun. He is warning y'all about the great solar flash that is to come. And not just that. Meanwhile, you have Florida's senator passing out. Why? Well, because Florida skipped spring and jumped straight into blistering summer. Have y'all been seeing the wildfires lately, y'all? This is a warning for what's to come.
Eventually, all life on Earth will be destroyed by the sun. The sun is gradually expanding. And so we do, at some point, need to be a multi-planet civilization because Earth will be incinerated.
I'm hearing this for the first time. No one's ever told me the sun is going to burn Earth.
Disputed fact.
I didn't know this was our destiny, to get roasted by the sun.
Yes, and I don't think there's anyone who would disagree with that.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Hey, we got you.
Yeah, I always say when these people are talking to the public, they are talking to their people, meaning the NPCs, the people who are part of the Moon Matrix hologram. Because the indigenous people who were part of the original Matrix before the New World Order is still going to be here. And yes, the New World Order was them coming in and installing a New World Order because we had the old world before they got here. And then no surprise as to why you have Senator, like the movie Sinners was telling us, right? Senator ill, Liana, right? And they're all falling ill. You can't make this stuff up. The universe is speaking to us. And then just to add insult to injury, they have a melanated man grab her and say, I got you. Now, I could be reaching here, but we already know with the sun intensifying and the planet changing, you're going to need another spacesuit in order to be able to operate and maneuver in this new reality. That's why we feel this change is happening within our DNA right now. These people get into our minds by way of subconscious programming. This over here is a subtle way of subconscious programming because you would have no idea. This looks innocent, but it's really not.
There should be no sense of ego when we in the middle of rising right now, because right now we got what they trying to call as a heat wave, but it's not a heat wave. We're actually going through a pole shift, and the fucking sun is not even the sun. Our original sun is out every day, ain't even out right now. That's planet Nibiru, and it's been in the fucking sky for the last few weeks. It moved closer to the planet. Nibiru is a planet, a spaceship, and a sun. All right, now they trying to label it as the silver sun. They trying to tell motherfuckers it's a heat wave. No, the Nerubians out here and they're cleaning up the sky, and I've been speaking about this for months. I told y'all, look, you got all type of beings here that's a part of the Galactic Confederation, and they got different jobs. Like the Nerubians' job is to go in the sky and clean up all the oxygen and all the Morgellons out of our sky that these invaders put in our air, and that's what the fuck been going on. So if you're gonna feel the planet warming up, you're gonna feel it being harder to breathe right now because your avatars, everybody's used to breathing oxygen when we're supposed to be breathing hydrogen. And I've showed this before with DNA links and stuff like that, and how it look on a chart, DNA, which is really DEA, and how it's 3 of them, and how you got the little links, those are hydrogen links. Originally, we breathed hydrogen on this planet, on this realm. All right, so the whole planet was always naturally warm. So when they on the news and they talking about it's historic heat waves, no, they're lying to the masses. Winter is not natural to the planet, and it never was. So what's actually happening is the planet is going back to her ancient ways. She is detoxing herself of these parasitical invaders, and that's why I've been telling y'all since last year, human beings, I say, get right with us. Because if not, y'all gonna be going through spontaneous combustion because y'all lack neuromelanin, and the planet is warming up. They've been talking to y'all about global warming the last 30 years. That's what they have been coding it as. It is not global warming, nigga. We coming back to this bitch, nigga. The Anunnakis, the ancient ones that's been outside the planet. Motherfuckers had to come from headquarters and come back to get it right down here because these reptilians had us fucked up down here. Motherfuckers been all outside of themselves. It got too out of hand. See what I'm saying? So that's what's been going on. The poles is shifting. Winter is eradicating itself from the planet. The planet is going back to super warm temperatures. And the warmer it gets, the stronger we get. See what I'm saying? Because we are naturally used to a warm energy. We are full of photon energy. And human beings, because y'all are a completely different specimen, y'all are single cell organisms. I've always taught this. This is science. This is science. This isn't racism. This is science. You cannot take the sun because you are a single cell organism and you are not from this planet. You are from another planet called Nern in the 6th, which is located in the 6th universe. Your original planet, the origins of your planet, you have no sun. You have 2 moons. It's always cold. And y'all always warring and fighting on y'all planet. That's why when y'all here, y'all got a natural instinct of war. Because on y'all planet, all y'all do is war. I'm just giving y'all the real origins of y'all planet because, you know, these elites ain't gonna tell y'all. They don't give a fuck about y'all white America. I've been telling y'all this. I told y'all they signed y'all over to the insectoids and the grays, who been eating y'all ass since the 60s. So all them stories that came out when white people were saying they got abducted, y'all was really getting y'all ass snatched up by the collar. I've been telling y'all that.
Okay, so now that you've seen those clips, you think I'm crazy still? I bet you're like, oh, whoa. Wait, hold on now. What's going on with this? Somebody look at this.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
We got what? Yes, we got 2. We got 2. And actually pay attention. Pay attention to when the sun is rising and when the sun is setting. You'll catch it. And this is why actually when the sun is setting and when the sun is rising, they got all types of clouds in the air hiding the sun or the 2 suns. If you know, you know. If you've seen it, you've seen it. I've been watching this for like the last few years after finding out this information on the starting of my spiritual journey back in 2020, and just learning the things that I've learned that the universe has taught me. I've been keeping an eye on the sun, because the sun is, you know, it's for us carbonated beings, not for these people. This is why they can't take the sun, and that's why the sun be messing it up, be tearing it up. But you know, I'm not here to promote no racist stuff or nothing like that. Not at all. I'm just stating the facts that this is just what it is. This is our planet. We're indigenous to this planet, and now the sun is about to reveal a whole bunch of stuff, and the sun is here to do what it was designed to do, and that's just to give us back our planet. That's just what it is. But if you're high vibrational, even if you're gonna be good. As long as you high vibrational and you're this, you're still gonna be good. But if you low vibrational and you this, oh, you better go. You better get out of here. She's going to have a BF. She's gonna have a BF.
I'm gonna have a BF. Oh my god. She's gonna have a bitch fit. Oh.
Yeah. The sun, she gonna have a BF. She gonna tear you a new one. Yeah, so you better get out of here.
You're gonna learn today.
But hey, that's what they've been trying to do. That's what, you know, the powers to be, the shape-shifting green folk, that's what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to get up out of Dodge. They've been trying to get out of here. That's why they've been sending all these rockets and missiles and all types of stuff, trying to break the firmament, because they are on the run. They've been building their little underground bunkers. If you've been seeing that on the internet, these, you know, rich people, celebrities been buying underground bunkers. I wonder what that's about. If you know, you know. Oh, we know what it's about. Two suns. So I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about it. Share this information. Again, YouTube, this is just for entertainment purposes. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just got excited seeing something on the internet, and I just like, hey, I want to talk about that too. That looks pretty cool. But if you're spiritually in tune, you already know. You know what time it is. Now we rise, right? But hey, if you're not spiritually in tune, I would suggest that you definitely get on a spiritual journey ASAP, because if you don't, this will also affect you, even if you are a carbonated being, a melanated being, or actually not melanated. No, neuromelanated being. My bad. I know some other guys and gosses like, hey, you better fix that. But yeah, no, we got carbon, neuromelanin. We don't have melanin. These people have melanin. We have neuromelanin. We are carbon-based beings. But yeah, I just want to get on here and talk about that. That's all I got to say today. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Now, if you liked today's video, make sure you hit the like, follow, and share. So that way you can tell the YouTube algorithm that this video was good and informational and positive and awesome. And yeah, it can send this video out to somebody that needs to hear this message today. Each one teach one. I need your help to change the world. And I can't do it alone. So like, follow, and share so we can do it together and change this world one video at a time. But outside of that, that's all I got for you today. I love you, sending you love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. I need some of that. He got the juice.